after doing this for November 19th, it's gonna be 6 years.
Respect. All
My
right.
dick has not fallen off yet. I am always just absolutely blown away by that.
Yeah.
I look down today, I'm like, really? You're still hanging in there, huh?
You're like, God bless you.
Oh,
God bless you.
You're a saint, buddy. Hey guys, it's Hanging with Nathan, and this is
Dan Ferrari.
Dan Ferrari.
That's right. Little sweet potato action going on.
Yeah, trying a new thing today. We're doing sweet potato gnocchi with a butter sauce and a bacon butter sauce.
Well, yeah, everything's better with bacon.
Yeah,
So,
bacon, butter, red pepper flakes, a little garlic.
Sounds good. I'm
It's
excited.
It's gonna be good, hopefully. I can't remember the last time I made fucking gnocchi.
Neither can I, to be honest. I just threw it at you because you were like, hey, pick something. I was like, all right, curveball time.
How long have you been in this business?
Oh, my
because
God.
you're one of those few people that went from not performing.
Right.
You were crew.
Yeah.
And you became a performer.
Yeah, I did the reverse of what most people do.
Huh.
I started 10 years ago working behind the scenes.
Oh.
10 years ago, yeah. And then January of 2018, I started performing.
So, what's it been like doing the transition of crew to porn guy?
You know,
Besides your ultimate transformation.
Well, you know, I do what I do.
Do you want to tell them how much weight you lost? Because that's fucking insane in itself.
God, which time?
I don't know. Like, do you have it all together?
You don't know, but I don't know if I've ever told you this. I've actually done it to myself 3 times. So lifetime, I've lost over 500 pounds, like from all the times that I've done it to myself. But in the most recent one, I went from my biggest to now would have been 287 to I'm around 150, between 150 and 155.
Woo!
So what is that? 133 pounds, something like that. Something in that range.
Fuck.
So yeah, just a slight difference. But yeah, the transition from crew member to performer, you know, it was daunting at first, but I'd been on set for 7 years at that point. So it's like I was doing basically this. It was like the same concept, just now I'm doing everything without my pants on.
Yeah.
So you know, it was pretty seamless, and I feel like it actually really helped to get the experience, like behind the camera. Because then, you know, I would go to a shoot and directors would be impressed because they're like, they would come over my shoulder with a camera and they're like, dude, you leaned back, you kind of like angled, because I'm very camera aware. I'm like, I know where I need to be for them to get the shot that they need because I've been doing it for so long.
Yeah. I found when I first started, the thing that I wish I had the most was just knowing the crews.
Right.
Okay, it's like, for example, Quasar. Love Quasar.
Yeah.
Love working with him, everything.
Absolutely.
When I first started working with him, I fucking hated it. Because I'm so angry that I'm here.
Right.
And so it's like, I was always so nervous because I'm trying to do a good job for people, and like, I couldn't.
Yeah.
And so there was like so many times where I'd meet people like that, and there's like a lot of directors kind of like that, where it's like, it would get in my head because I'm like, I know I'm trying to do good, but fucking just show me I'm doing good.
Right.
You know?
And you want that validation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially when it's something that's like, I mean, it's like I do stunts, I work out, I do a lot of active things, and I can even show myself that I can kill all that stuff.
Right.
One thing I cannot prove to myself is if my dick is going to work today.
Right.
It could be the day where it's not going to go well.
It's actually not as easy as it looks, guys, believe it or not. But yeah, no, I agree with you 100%. It's like, you know, like the best day going on a new set is when you go to a new set and you're like rock solid the whole time and you pop on command. You're like fucking nailed. Like, I just won. I just fucking won.
Fucking winner. Oh, you'll like this story, man. So I remember I did that scene for Vixen, right? Or yeah, no, not Vixen. Deeper.
Right. Yeah, I remember you mentioning that.
Yeah, I was nervous as fuck, man. Super nervous.
Makes sense. It's a huge company.
And dude, for the pictures, I was just up and down. I couldn't get a rhythm.
Yeah.
Like there was nothing. I'm just like, ugh. And then we had to wait an extra 2 hours for the fucking actual shoot part. And I just got my head right and I fucking murdered it. But it was so scary. I was like, I'm not about to fail. in front of 30 people.
Yeah, doing the pictures first for a new company, you know, it's very intimidating.
Oh, it's
very intimidating.
Because you don't know if the girl's going to give you a little love or not.
Right.
But basically, when you're taking photos during porn, instead of taking, I don't know, the video and just taking screen grabs like we could do.
Shooting at 4K, 60 frames per second,
Yeah.
capturing the actual moment.
You know, instead of doing that, we do beforehand, we go through all the sex positions and take 200 pictures and, you know, of us just like this.
200 is actually generous. I'd say it's usually more than...
more?
I think it's usually in the range of like 150 to 300, I'd say. Something in that range.
I guess it would be about that much.
Yeah, sometimes more. Sometimes more.
So, yeah, we have to sit there and do that, and sometimes the girls will give you a little like, you know, pushback. Sometimes the girls don't do shit. They're just like...
And they don't move.
So...
Which is fine. Like, it's not their job
Nope.
for us to do our jobs.
Yep.
Like, we have to do our jobs.
It's true. What are some of the bad days that you've had so far? Like the things that like stick in your head that you may have wanted to go home to your lady and be like, I hate this.
Hold on. Behind the scenes or on camera?
Let's go both.
Let's go both. Okay. Let's see. Well, I mean, working behind the scenes, you know, there's always interesting cleanup jobs.
Oh, yeah.
That need to be done. And some days the anal gods are not smiling.
The anal gods smile about 50% of the time.
Yeah, exactly. Well, they're smiling if that's what you're into.
Yeah. Oh.
To each their own.
Yeah.
That being said,
Don't judge.
There's some days, you know, we had like a little thing when we worked that's you weren't really a crew member until you picked a hot one off the carpet.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Full logs.
So that sort of thing happens. Other than that, just super long days. Like sometimes when I would work on other productions that weren't Gonzo, those 14, 15, 16-hour days where nothing is happening for no reason.
Oh, yeah.
And all you're doing, the entire day as a production, you're just like, come on, guys, let's keep moving.
Can we do something? Can we go? Can we go?
Yeah.
Can we go? And you know what's crazy? When it's not the talent's fault either.
Yeah. Oh,
it's literally, I've been on set where I'm like, I'm making jokes right now because I'm wondering what the fuck we are doing.
You're like, I'm trying to keep it light because I still want to fuck.
Yeah. You know, it's like, I don't need the director and all the other people coming and talking. It's like, no, I want to leave.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to keep a positive attitude right now because I need to make sure he's stoked to do this.
Right, exactly. And then as far as in front of the camera, let me think here. You know, I haven't had many bad experiences. Any day that a woman is allowing me to fuck her is a fantastic day. Across the board. I mean...
It is a nice day. It is a lovely day.
Absolutely. Paid or not, it's a very happy thing. That being said, I think one of the ones was I was working with one amazing person. Scene looks great. Everything came out great. But they were saying things to me that was just I'm not going to repeat the things, but they were saying things to me that had me so out of my head that I was like, you know what? We're just gonna have to get through this now. Like you know what I mean?
Like she was trying to talk dirty to you, or she was just saying?
Like, she was saying dirty talk, but it was like so far out of left field.
Oh, okay.
That I was like, all right, I'm lost. I'm completely lost. And then in every position that we went through, we kept having to reposition, and it just got to the point where I was like, I just told the director, I was like, hey, you're gonna get what you're gonna get today.
You know, but that is the nice part about you being in for as long as you have. Because when I first got in, I didn't have the comfortability to say that.
Right. Yeah.
Not that I couldn't. I just I'm new.
Yeah.
You've been in long enough where it's like you could say,
This is the situation.
This is what's gonna happen, guys.
Exactly.
This is how it's gonna be, and it's fucking awesome that you could actually do that.
Oh yeah. Well, that's what the directors want to hear. They want enough footage and they want a pop shot.
Yeah.
That's what they want. They want enough footage and they want a pop shot.
Or you to be able to call it early and be like, it's not gonna happen, guys. Call someone else.
See, I mean, knock on wood.
Yeah.
I mean, here, I'll knock on this wood. Hasn't happened yet. But
I had a time not too long ago. It's like, dude, I've never had to do that, but it was just like coming into the scene. You know that day when you feel everything's wrong?
Oh yeah.
There's nothing about the girl. There's like nothing's clicking. I've been working out all week. I'm tired. I'm just like everything, and I'm like going in. I'm like this, and she just starts doing everything wrong.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Nope,
And you usually
I don't know what that's like at all.
No. I mean, like when she comes at you, but she came at me and it was just going at it, and I was just like, I can't feel anything. I just called the director. I'm like, bro, I'm gonna call this just before we even get close to messing up our makeup. I'm sorry.
And you meant not even just physically. You're like, I can't feel anything.
I do.
Emotionally, spiritually.
Nothing.
Like nothing. You're like, I'm blank today.
Yeah.
I don't have it.
And then you find out on set sometimes the things that girl didn't know she did not like. Oh, if you twist my left earlobe the wrong way, I do not like that. You know, or it's like stuff like that. What, have you found any like really strange things that you thought were just? You don't have to name names, but
about dislikes.
Yeah, like dislikes.
Dislikes.
I know a bunch of likes and dislikes that I think are interesting, but I always find it other people's.
I mean, in general, if it's a boy-girl scene, I feel like the one thing they say is just don't put anything in my ass.
That's definitely a big one, yeah.
Yeah. So I always tell them I won't put anything in yours if you don't put anything in mine. So, but then that's scary though, because then what if they decide that I can put a finger in, then I'm like, I said that. But
see what I go with? I'm like, you know what? If you get your fist in there, man, you obviously are way stronger than me. And you didn't stop because the crying and the crew didn't help out at all. So I deserve what I'm getting.
Like you worked really hard.
Yeah, you worked really hard, and I'm kind of a bitch now. All my martial art training has no weight. So far, no one's pulled that one off.
I mean, God bless you, sir.
You know, guys, sometimes when you're making stuff for the first time, it's always better to try it beforehand, because then you know time-wise certain things. And then you don't have to look stupid on camera, which is always, I'd say, really important.
It goes the same for porn, too.
Yeah.
Like, maybe try that shit off camera first.
Try it out, you know?
See if you're into it, you know?
It's kind of like people doing anal for the first time. You don't want it to be on camera. And just like anal, gnocchi is similar, you know?
Yeah, I mean, gnocchi, anal.
Yeah.
I've always thought that they were the same.
That's what I've heard a lot of Italian people describe anal like it was gnocchi.
Right.
Now, true or false, not sure, but God damn it.
That being said, I have actually seen some female talent in the industry do anal first time on camera.
Oh no, which
is like respect, seriously.
Respect, and also. Who was it? Who said they did that? Blonde. Oh, that's not how. Yeah, blonde.
A broad generalization.
Yeah.
It was a female.
Oh, this one's done.
All right. So that's it. That's the one sweet potato for today.
Fucking only one, guys. We only get one. Oh, god damn it. Who did my first fucking scene ever? I can't remember. My brain's fucked.
Wait, you mean like your first professional scene ever?
Yeah. First professional scene, can't remember.
Who was mine? I want to say
Tiffany Watson.
Okay.
Tiffany Watson did her first scene, anal scene, on camera, I believe, with Bambino.
Okay.
That's a lot of big things right there, guys.
Yeah. That's a lot of big names and with a lot of big things hanging on them.
Big cocks all around, apparently. And any girl who does that, man, you have a level of confidence that you are not going to shit your pants that I just don't have at all.
But I work on sets that shoot predominantly anal.
Yeah.
So whenever a talent comes in and they kind of confide in me that they're a little bit nervous and that they really don't want to shit, I say, well, that's where shit lives. You don't go to someone's house and expect them not to be there.
This is true.
It's true. I'm pretty sure James Dean is the one that coined that phrase. I might be wrong. Like, let me know if I'm wrong. But I'm pretty sure James Dean is the one that said that originally. That's where shit lives. You don't go to someone's house and expect them not to be there.
Yeah. One of the things I always like to mention to any guy in this business who wants to come in, if you are afraid of poop
or blood,
don't
come into
or throw up sometimes. Any kind of body mucus, just don't come in.
Yeah.
You might have to one day see your female performer, and she's like, "Can you help me out?" I'm like, "What's up?"
The old.
I got a sponge stuck up inside me.
Yeah.
You get a makeup sponge, and then when you do this, and they shove up inside them, so it stops the bleeding. And so you, as the good guy you are, spit on your fingers, go up this way, not this way. Come on, you got more grip. You go up there, fiddle around, pull that son of a bitch out, and throw it in the trash.
And don't make a face, because you know what? Such is life, man.
Yeah.
This is the beauty of life.
Blood and all. And also know that if you're fucking her and it's on camera and then all of a sudden you look at your dick and there's a little blood, what you gotta do is push back in, cut, because if you they start seeing blood and they can't use it.
We can't shoot that.
Yeah, Visa gets all upset about that kind of crap. So do you want to do the performance side of this for a long time?
Yes. But I really, the main reason that I decided to become a performer was I've always worked for performer directors.
Okay.
That's was my entire experience, was working for performer directors, and it seemed like being a producer on the crew is fantastic. It's a wonderful career. Do it. It's amazing. It's great, especially if you find a set that you like.
Lots of smells you'll never get anywhere else.
Oh yeah. You go nose blind after a while. But so my train of thought was, I didn't want to be a lifelong production assistant. I didn't want to be a lifelong production manager. While those are fantastic jobs, I wanted something of my own. So I pretty much was like, okay, so I see what they're doing. And, the overhead, if you want to produce and not be talent, you have to pay, male talent, you have to pay the female talent, you have to pay. So there's a lot of overhead costs. So I spoke to my wife. We this is fantastic. We were on vacation in Mexico. And I was like, Puerto Vallarta, actually.
Oh, Puerto Vallarta. It's beautiful.
Fantastic place.
That's just such a white thing to say right there. Oh my God, Puerto Vallarta is so nice.
It's fantastic. Go to the romantic zone. That's where I stay. It's the romantic zone. Visit Yulapa. You can only get there by water taxi. It's lovely.
That's fantastic. I'm going to Tulum next week.
Sorry. God, we're such assholes. Yeah, so I wanted something of my own. So we were on vacation in Mexico, and I was like, okay, this is perfect. She can't run away because we're in Mexico, so I can bring stuff up that might be.
Do you pay for the whole trip too?
No. We share everything. What's hers is hers, and what's mine is hers.
Yeah,
it works out great. Yeah. It's fantastic. So I was like, listen, I've been thinking. I think I might want to become a performer, or I think one of us should start performing so that we can try to get some sort of production of our own going. And she was like, well, I'm not doing it. And I was like, well, that leaves me. And I was like, I've been thinking about it for a while. I think I want to start performing. I think that it's a good career move, and I also think that I can actually physically do it, which is a big part. If you especially being in porn for so long, having the idea that I could actually physically do the job was important.
It is something that, especially after you've been in it or around it, you see people who can't.
Yeah.
And so actually being knowing that, it gives you a head start instead of being like me, who's like, I've been at swinger parties, I fucking got this.
It's different when there's 6 dudes all just looking at their watches, waiting for you to finish that they can go the fuck home.
The game's on.
Yeah, and they're like, listen, if you can't get wood, that's fine, but that's just $5,000 in a day wasted. All right, fantastic. But yeah, so she was like, okay, let me think about it, and then I did what any smart man is supposed to do. I shut my fucking mouth and let her think about it, and didn't mention it again.
Wow, buddy.
Because I was like, oh, I know how to do this. I am not going to say anything. So we got home, and a couple of days after we got home from our trip, she said, hey, go get tested. You have a scene next week.
She set it up for you?
She set up my first shoot. It was a content trade, but yeah, so she set it up. It was with Lacey Sweet.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, and...
love Lacey.
Amazing. And Lacey's husband shot it, and my wife shot the behind the scenes, and that was my introduction to being a performer.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. All right. And then I've been in many gangbang cream pie scenes also with you.
Yes, we have.
So, yeah, we've both been on that set many times.
Do you still do those?
I do not. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've just been trying to steer in a different direction. I did so many gangbangs and blowbangs when I first got in, which is a fantastic way to find out if you have the
gumption.
Yeah.
So how's it been? You got done with quarantine, and then
Right.
did business pick up for you a lot more?
It did. During lockdown, you saw my transformation.
Yes, I did.
I went from being average, like body type, to being
Stud.
quite in shape. I'm trying to get it back now. I mean, my arms look pretty good, but I after coming out of quarantine, I put on a couple of pounds again. But yeah, I got shredded, and I took new agency photos. I did the new thing, and then I also rebranded because you met me as Indiana Bones.
Mm-hmm. I did.
So
it still confuses the fuck out of me
I'm
sometimes
sure
because
it
then
does.
I was like, no, it's not that. It's not.
I'm sure it does. But yeah, so then I also rebranded as Dan Ferrari, and so I think the change in my look and the change with the name really assisted in me getting more bookings, and yeah, I think it's increased quite a bit since then. So yeah.
Can I just say, ever since you told me your new name, Dan Ferrari, I'm just wanting to see you in one of like those leather jackets, like the Ferrari ones.
Yeah, I know.
It's like with the fucking aviator sunglasses, just come up. Dan Ferrari.
Well,
give me that pussy. It's time to lick it. Incest porn has filled my bank with money. How fucking weird is it to say that, man?
Well, it's just like I play a stepfather quite a bit. That's my usual role. So it's just interesting because girls already like to say daddy. That's like a thing that I mean I don't like, to each their own. But it's never really thrown me off. But yeah, when it goes from because they have to say stepdad so many times before they can actually say dad or daddy.
Yeah.
But yeah, when they start to say daddy when it's actually like in a theme, it definitely throws you off a little bit. You're like, oh, this feels kind of interesting. Yeah. But I will say, I did some scenes earlier in my career where I would be an extra, and maybe I was the whole theme is like I'm supposed to be watching my mom.
Oh yeah, banging people.
Yeah, but it's like, so having to say things like, wow, Mom, you take that cock so good. That, I know it's acting. I'm aware that it's acting. But when you say it as acting, your stomach just goes whoop, and just flips over.
Mom, you take it so good?
Ugh. Yeah. It turns your stomach when you. But again, to each their own.
Yeah.
Whatever you're into.
Don't want to stop you from partying, guys. How do you think the whole incest craze happened? I hate that I have to say incest craze because that feels
craze.
I blame Game of Thrones. Because about time Game of Thrones came out and making incest sexy, that feels like the same amount of time it was when incest got,
a lot of people have talked about this. It's really just, from what I understand, I don't really know much about SEO and all that sort of stuff. Search engine optimization.
Yeah.
So, all that stuff. But basically, people started searching for it, and that perpetuated it. So, it's it's the most highly searched, so it's the most highly created, which means that if you want to find something that has a specific set of people, that it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy almost.
Yeah.
Because people want to see the scenes with this person and this person, and they did a step scene or they did multiple step scenes, they're going to search for step scene, this person, and then the more searches that it gets, the more analytics it's going to show the companies, hey, you've got to shoot step stuff. You have to shoot this faux incest stuff. So that's I guess from what I understand, that's what caused the craze.
Gotcha. I'm gonna blame Game of Thrones.
See, that sounded really smart. I'm just.
Bro, you sounded real smart, making me seem kind of dumb after my it's Game of Thrones. Total. Game of Thrones made it sexy.
Yeah. It's HBO.
HBO's
fault.
HBO's the reason we do what we do. Do you have any good advice for some of the guys out there? Because I know. Let's start with one.
Sure.
What is some things that you use to kind of keep you
in the zone?
Keep you in the zone, keeping you whether it's taking vitamins or taking how do you stay focused during scenes?
Well, of course, maintaining being healthy is always very helpful in doing good scenes. Like try to be healthy. Like it goes so much farther than you would think. That being said, I do take supplements that aid in the production of the happy ending part of it. So I do take some vitamins for that.
What'd you take?
I take folate. I take zinc. Pygium, sunflower lecithin. Another one that I recently learned about is royal jelly.
Nice.
Which actually doesn't do anything for the prostate, which is where the seminal fluid comes from, but it whitens your load.
Okay.
And I've tried it, and another little tip is light and fit vanilla yogurt.
Vanilla.
It's specifically the vanilla. Apparently, there's a white dye in that. So if you want whiter, you eat a ton of that before your shoots, and it's supposed to be whiter. Whether or not it works, who knows? I mean, everyone says shit. People say celery. People say this. Maybe I just have a big load. I don't fucking know. But I'm not going to stop taking the supplements. But
I think that's enough for 3.
no. Yeah.
I
don't know. I don't know. I mean, it's up to you. I mean, realistically, you have the dough. So,
yeah.
I mean, no. But to stay in the zone, I mean, you're not going to just like, what are you going to do with the dough? Just throw it away, right? I mean, should we ship it to someone? Does someone want the dough?
Let's put our dicks in it, maybe.
Never mind.
It's sad how real that is.
Just make the pasta. But to stay in the zone, I really like to create a connection with my scene partner. That's like number one for me. Is I like to just kind of be there with my scene partner. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like in the zone, just tending to them, kind of like not ignoring the fact that the camera's there, but just trying to create a genuine connection with the person I'm working with.
Which can be hard some days. It can be.
Nuh-uh.
Huh?
Nuh-uh.
No, never.
Never. But, and of course I always get the question on the days where it's not great, maybe you're not vibing, whatever like that, how do you do it? And apparently this is a very typical answer, but I just try to find one thing.
That is a very typical answer, yeah.
I try to find one thing. Eyes, arch of the foot, like anything. Like I just try to focus. Like if I feel like I can't find something else, I just try to find one thing to zone into, and that's it. Like
Are you into feet?
I can be into feet. Yeah, absolutely. I have no problem at all with feet. Let's put it that way.
I mean, like, no, I'm sorry. Let me take this another way. You know Eric John?
Yes.
Are you into feet like Eric John's into feet?
No.
Okay, see? That's what I meant. I wish I was into feet like that. I can enjoy a foot. I can suck on a foot. I can, especially if a girl likes it, I'm fucking into it.
Oh, yeah.
But, like, I wish I was, like, saw foot erection.
Well, I think we were discussing this before the cameras rolled, that like, my newest kink and fetish is if the girl is super into it,
yep,
then I am fucking down. Like if she wants her toes sucked and it turns her on, oh my god, I am so turned on by sucking those toes. Yeah. Like it's the best thing ever.
Have you ever had a girl, like, when you're like, oh, what are you into, this, that, and you, like, say, like, oh, do you like your feet sucked on? She's like, why do you like it? And I'm like, no, I want to see what you're into. Yeah. It was like, look at me like I'm some weirdo because I asked these questions. Like, what the fuck?
Well, you know what the new one I've been doing a lot is obviously we always go over the do's and don'ts, But lately I've been asking, I say, hey, what don't you want? That's the first. Make sure that you know what they don't want, like, because you don't want to cross any boundaries again. Then, the new thing that I've been doing a lot more often is I've been saying, is there anything that you really, really like?
Yeah.
Because I want to do that.
Yeah.
That's the thing that is going to make me in it, and that's the thing, if that's the thing that you like, that's the thing that's going to make you be in it, you know?
Yeah.
All right. This is the moment of truth. This is what Rabeline's been waiting for.
I'll make you a little more in a second. Little.
You gotta do it like the, there you go.
There you go.
You gotta taste it with every sense, right? Put that fork down real fast. Should I try it or?
No, some. It's actually a lot softer than I thought it was gonna be. Like, it's not amazing.
No, it's really good though.
But I think I could have made a thicker sauce. But, like, I haven't had gnocchi in fucking a long time. How is it?
You know, I feel like you want me to judge it, like, because I'm Italian and I asked for it.
No, I'm asking as someone who has had gnocchi sooner than I have.
It's a different style, but I feel like the texture is there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, so we can enjoy this food. I want to tell everyone where they can find you. And
Absolutely. On Twitter, at the Dan Ferrari. Instagram, the Dan Ferrari. OnlyFans, the Dan Ferrari. And of course, the big one. This is the site that my wife and I have, featuring a lot of cuck queen content. Do you know what cuck queen is?
Mm-hmm.
So, do you know hot wifing is like when a husband enjoys watching his wife with other people? A cuck queen is the same version, but my wife, her fetish is watching me with other women.
Did you talk shit to her?
No, it's not derogatory in any way. It's like she wants to watch it. So like I'll be doing the scene and she will be excited. She actually interviews the girls before we start, and is like, I want you to fuck the shit out of my husband. Don't be nervous. You're not gonna make me jealous. She gets off watching me fuck other women, and during the scenes you'll hear her excitement.
Nice.
Right, she loves it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. Well, guys, this is another episode of Hanging with Nathan. One of these days, I will actually have the day off, so I can actually prepare for one of my meals a little better, and I will be more well rested, and will be able to bring to you the cooking style that I know is better. Or actually, I'll be able to be cooking, because for the last almost 3 weeks, I haven't been able to cook at all. But
oh, that's why it tastes like shit. Okay.
Yeah, that's why. So, guys, thank you for joining in, and come next week. Hey, we're gonna figure this shit out sooner or later. I'll hope to see you next time. But guys, see y'all later.